Good morning. I think today we'll shoot some video climbing the Coquihalla, climbing up the Smasher, and then maybe some video going down the connector into the Okanagan Valley. So right now we're on Highway 5, the very beginning of it. Othello Road right ahead of us here. I was thinking you were saying I've never been to the tunnels. I'm like, we've been to the Othello tunnels. Okay. She's saying if you've never been to the Othello tunnels, it's worth going and looking at it. Railroad bed, old train tunnels. It's kind of neat to walk through them. Unfortunately, you can't walk very far down the trail. They've got it closed. But have fences ever stopped you? Come on. Jess is just laughing. We have an inside joke. Many years ago now, in-laws were visiting us here in BC, and we were taking the ferry back from the island, I believe from the island back to the mainland, and we had quite a long wait till the next ferry because we had just missed the ferry we wanted. So we're walking around and we saw these starfish in the water, and they had never seen them before, so I jumped over with our camera to take a nice close-up picture of the starfish. Just a small little fence. Jumped over, walking on the rocks on the beach, whatever, right? Security comes up and asked me if I knew what fences were for. It's funny, hilarious. So ever since then, I've taken every opportunity we can to take pictures of me on the wrong side of a fence. Do you know what fences are for? A load of lumber going to Vancouver. Probably across the ocean to Japan. A lot of it stays in Vancouver, but like the load we dropped off in Langley, that's staying in Vancouver. It's construction projects in the area. It was all 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x10s, all 2x4s, 2x6s, and they were all 8 feet and 10 feet long construction projects. Yeah, the traffic was pretty light today. No issues about traffic jams. I guess that was one advantage to the coronavirus. There's a tiny little silver lining to the virus. Not much of a silver lining, but it was interesting. It was different. This is the last day Jess will be with us for indefinite time. I may have my new truck by the time Jess comes back. So that means she doesn't get to organize it the way she wants it. I get to organize it first. I really hope when I first get the truck, I have a whole weekend, a full day somewhere to clear all this stuff out of here, clean this truck up. I don't want to just have to drop this truck off. I would like to take all my stuff out and do a deep clean of the truck. So I'm returning the truck clean. As clean as I can get it anyway. Won't be like detailed clean, but you know, clean, vacuumed out, wiped down, and then get the new truck organized so that I start on the right foot in that truck. should be good. And no, I have no idea what I'm getting for a truck now. Apparently they're still in talks. So I have stopped asking questions. I'm just going to wait for it. I've made my feelings known. So they know what they're getting. My company knows what they're getting with depending on what truck they give me. So I'm one of those guys that works everywhere for a long term anyway, so even if I don't get the truck I want, it doesn't mean I'm leaving the company. But some advice that somebody gave me was always look for a better deal. What is a better deal? Always be looking. Like, I'm really comfortable. I love where I am right now, and I'm closed. If anybody walks up to me and has an offer, nope, I like where I am, I'm not listening to that offer. Well, what if they have a better deal? Never be so sure what you have is what you have currently is what you want that you'll turn away things without knowing for sure what they're offering. Always listen to what other people have to offer. If somebody comes to you and offer you more money for less work, okay, now it's time to listen, to do research. It's one thing to promise more cents per mile that you're running. Jess even mentioned it today earlier ago, is if you're only running a few miles a week, it doesn't matter how much you pay per mile. You want to be running your full hours if you want to make your money, right? So you got to do your research. Just because that company is paying more cents per mile doesn't mean that they run more miles. They might run half the miles that you're currently running, and you're going to make less money. You're going to be sitting around a lot. Maybe that's something that's a positive. Maybe that's something that's a negative for you. You got to do the research. Maybe they're offering you a lot more money because they're not fun to work for and nobody wants to work for them. Wow, that's a lot of broken trees. Like, a lot of broken trees. Must have had snow, heavy snow on the trees, and then a wind come through or something. Angry moose. It was an angry moose. Okay, sure. Jess says it was an angry moose. So, what a better deal looks like for me would be really good people to work for. That's number one. More important than money and the workload is what kind of people are they to work for? Is it the right fit for you? Just because a place is the right fit for me doesn't mean it's a right fit for you. I enjoy the fit that I have here at Satco. Mostly it suits me very, very well. Some people can't stand the way the company runs. And that's fine. We have to find the right fit for you. So do the research. Don't jump ship without doing the research. But never be so closed-minded not to listen to someone's offer. I might be very, very happy where I'm working now, but I might be even happier working for someone else. So be open to that offer. Of course, I just realized what this means. If any trucking company's listening to this video, I'm getting offers, huh? I get offers on LinkedIn every now and then. I look at them, make an initial decision. Nope, not interested currently in that offer. last job I had for 13 years, and you better believe that every single year I looked at different jobs. Not because I hated the job, just because you got to keep your eyes open. And when the right opportunity for you comes along, which for me was from retail to trucking, I jumped on it. Everybody that knew me for a long time at that location, 13 years, people know you. You are the guy that people come to because you've been there for so long. You've been there longer than most people there. You're the local guru. Get all the odd jobs. You get all the things that nobody else knows how to fix. When you've been there that long, people get a little surprised when you leave and you seem really, really happy there. It's like, well, not only did I seem really happy there, I was happy there. Well, it's time for a change. And just because you're really happy at a location now, it does not mean you will continue being happy there. It's a great idea to leave a place before you're unhappy at the location. And yeah, change is scary. It was definitely scary switching jobs. But having said that, before switching jobs, I saved money enough that I could live for 3 months without a job. So that I didn't have to be picky. I could be picky. I didn't have to take the first offer I got when going to trucking. So I kind of dragged my feet on some of the offers I first got. So plan. If you're like, I can't afford to move over to a new job, I can't afford to quit, 100 instead of 110 up here. Draw a big circle where you are now, draw another circle where you want to be, and then write everything that needs to be done to get from one circle to the other. Write every detail you can think, from what education do you need, what applications do you need, what permits do you need, how much money do you need, what kind of finances do you need, and start working towards it. It does not have to happen in 6 months. It can happen in 3 years or whatever. Start saving for it. Write down everything you can possibly think of that could go wrong. And then plan for those. I think that's actually a key to life. Know what questions to ask. Start asking questions. Really rack your brain thinking, what could possibly happen? What are all the options, good and bad? What are options that could happen if I do this? Plan for all of them. And most likely, when something happens, you've at least planned for something similar to it. Plan. Plan. And have fun doing it. Yes. I'm a planner. You guys have heard me talking about vacations far in advance. I've planned all that out, and now we've already made plans for canceling our vacations because of coronavirus. We've got alternatives in mind, so we're ready. All your plans need to have backups to backups to backups. Right now, our HR guy is in Colombia. He was on vacation, and he seems like he may be stuck in Colombia. If you go on a vacation, plan to be stuck there. You never know what's going to happen. Have enough finances to pay for your vacation, plus a backup just in case. For me, all my vacations are paid for before I go on them. Nothing goes on the credit card as debt. So that way my backup is, if things go wrong, I can put money onto credit and go into debt and still be okay for a significant amount of time. Plan. plan. It will make your life, quality of life go up if you plan. Almost to the Smasher here. I'll start climbing the Smasher soon. We're running empty, so it'll be a nice fast trip up. I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to say that I'm driving a little too fast. I assure you, it's just the camera, the wide angle lens. I've stopped talking about that for the most part, but whenever I do one of these Coquihalla videos, I know it'll get extra views because of the TV show. Also, anybody that says my title is misleading by calling the title Highway Through Hell, it's not. The Highway Through Hell was the Highway Through Hell long before the TV show came around. The TV show called the show the name because that's what the truckers call this highway, so at least this area. We actually called, I think, Highway 1 more Highway Through Hell than the Coquihalla, but still allowed in this lane, right? Till, oh, here's Box Canyon. So till here, I'm allowed to be on this far lane. No trucks in left lane ahead. Yeah, there we go. And then there's 3 lanes over here, so should be okay. I think I said where we were going. I believe I said it right at the beginning of the video that we were headed to Merritt. Loading in Merritt. I'm sure I said it. Yeah. I said we're loading in Merritt, headed home, and then I'm delivering without Jess in Spokane on Monday morning. I just said it again just to make Jess happy. That's okay, I forget often to mention what highway we're on, and you guys request that. And I get it, it's like it's kind of hard to go, where is he driving? Have a visual reference or mental reference of where I am. There's the snow shed. Often get asked what's the point of this snow shed. There's a couple of avalanches above it right now, but not much. There's not a lot of snow on the snow shed. Snow sheds like this are built to make avalanches flow across the top of them. Instead of closing the whole highway, avalanches go up and over the highway. All right, so far everybody's in the slow lane. Beautiful mountain just covered in snow. Kind of driving into the sun going up the Smasher, but that can't be helped. It's still beautiful anyway. The road's bouncing me all over the place. Avoid the biggest potholes, but there's a lot of them. You see the difference in speed, trucks coming down. This van is blazing down, flies and probably empty. Well, his reefer's on, so probably just light. And here we got a fully loaded Super B, and he's just crawling down. top here. He is dropping his trailers for some reason. He's got his hood up. Oh yeah, he's got coolant leaking out everywhere. So he overheated. Still quite a bit of snow up here. Okay guys, we're gonna head to Merritt. I'll catch up with you guys on the connector. The sun should be up behind us by the time we get there, and we won't be driving into the sun anymore. We should get some good video going into the Okanagan Valley. All right, we are at the Pennask brake check, and that's our beautiful load. Had to argue with the forklift driver to move bundles around. He had 4 bundles on the very front of the trailer, and then 3 and 3. And I made him move the 4 bundles to the pup. And he goes, well, you're gonna have to go over the scale. I'm like, I know my gauges. I'm coming back. I'm not asking for less product. All I'm asking is to move that bundle from the front to the rear. And people are pigs. Look at all the garbage on the ground. I think we'll let that other driver go first. I think he's gonna get moving. I just saw him jump into his truck, so I mean, there's lots of passing lane here, but if he wants to go first, I would appreciate him going first. Give him a couple more seconds. Taking my time. I gotta take my time, right? Take my safety vest off. Maybe he's gonna take a longer break. Well, it is 4 lane. So when he catches up with us, he should be able to pass us. I think with a light US load, we're going to start, we'll go up to 12th gear and then see how much that's holding us back going down this long descent. And we're in 11th now. 12th, we'll leave it here for a bit. Car's giving us room. Okanagan Valley in front of us. The mountains. We see Big White right in front of us. Just way in the background there. It's barely to see. Barely there. You can barely see it back there. Alright, here he comes behind us. Okay, we're gonna go to 13th gear already because 12th gear is holding us too much. I suspect we're gonna go right to 15th or 16th gear. 14th now. We'll stay in 14th for a while. It's got a forklift. Almost home. What do we have? An hour? Yeah, about an hour. A little over an hour. hour to get home. We'll be home. It's lunchtime now. It is hot. You're right, Jess. It is hot. She's getting a lot more sun than I am. It feels like summer. Yeah, we'll be opening our windows to cool off. Just cracked your window open a bit. You know, you have power. You can control your own window.
I'm too busy hiding.
You're too busy hiding from the sun. Yeah, I'm gonna go 15th gear.
I just had to see my window open.
Always say start slow in the top. Know what you have behind you before you go fast, because this is the first downgrade that we have. Well, the first long downgrade. We've had a couple short ones. This one is a long one, all the way down to the water. Sticking your hand out of the window. It's +5 outside right now. Sent my boss a list of all the things wrong with this truck. I know you don't want to fix anything on it right now because we're almost done with this truck, but here's the things that are wrong with it. You decide if you want to fix it. None of them are safety issues or out of service issues, other than the cracked windshield. The cracked windshield is the defect. So if I get pulled over at the scale, they'll tell us to fix it within so many days, or sometimes they say before next dispatch. Basically, I'm allowed to deliver the load I have, but I'm not allowed to pick up another load until it's fixed. They're usually really easy to work with that way. Unless it's something that is a danger to the roadway, then they put you out of service. Camera. Let's rotate the camera a little bit. There we go. Yeah, if it's a safety issue, they'll put you at a service. They won't let you move until a repair truck comes to the location and fixes the problem, or you get a tow to a repair shop. Yeah, it should be fine. Leave the window open. You can leave the window open. I'm not worried about noise. YouTubers, all you listeners should be able to still hear me even with the window open. 15th gear is doing just about right. Gaining speed on the little bit steeper sections, and then I start losing speed when it gets a little less steep. I thought the sun would be further behind us, but it's right around lunchtime right now. We're just gonna have a late lunch and wait till we're home. That is Brenda Mines right there. It used to be a mine. Just the remnants of a mine now. Moved mountains. Off area Brenda Mine. This is where I blew the that T-junction steam everywhere. What was that, 2 weeks ago now? I can't remember. Maybe it was a week ago. I think it was a week ago. doing your last run for, who knows, it might be a few weeks, it might be months. I'm not looking forward to running solo for months. I have to do all my own paperwork, have to make my own meals. Terrible. I do have unlimited minutes, unlimited texting, and really good headphones, so we'll be on the phone a lot more. And if it goes on long enough, I may request an extra day off, have a long weekend here and there. This is a long descent. Takes, I think, about 15 minutes or so. I guess you guys will be able to tell how long it'll take. Another runaway lane. Man, that'd be a rough stop or going up that. You're gonna hit that snow really hard. Be a rough ride. Be very, very rough ride hitting that. All right, I'm gonna upshift 16th gear. Might require just a little bit of brake here and there, a steeper section, but we're almost to the bottom here. If I drag my brake at 5 psi here and there a little bit, we'll be okay, because this is less steep down here. Deliver this load in Spokane Valley Monday morning. I've delivered there before. Nowhere to sleep on location, so I'll have to sleep. I think the nearest one I could just roughly look at, or Jess is looking at, is 10 minutes away that I know for a fact we can sleep. I'll Google it and see if I can find a spot closer, but still not too bad. Silver Creek chain off area. Speed limit's 110 here. I'm still doing just under 100. I think I'll let it gain a little more speed here. Bring it up to 105. But for that, I'm going to have to shift it to 17th gear. %, downgrade. It's not a very long downgrade here. So I'll let it just kind of sit where it is. U-turn route, Paradise Valley. Sounds like that might be an option for the new Highway 97. Not this, as we get lower, there's an intersection that the newer 97 would meet us up here, and we would be able to shortcut south and bypass Peachland altogether. Not sure why you would U-turn over here. You've made it almost all the way down the mountain. I guess tow trucks and stuff like that, emergency vehicles. Turn you guys over this way again. I know you guys see a lot more of my windshield crack. Maybe too many reflections off the dashboard. Bright sun, but you'll see the lake this way better. I believe the next intersection is where they were thinking of building the new 97. The other option was to keep 97 down where it is and just 4-lane it where it is currently. But I don't think the people in Peachland like that idea, because the design would limit their access to the highway. They want less intersections onto the highway. Yeah, right over here. The new highway would meet up right over here. And then we would just drive, kind of start turning south over here, and bypass Peachland altogether. But till they do that, however many years it's going to take to do that, we got to keep going through Peachland, which is beautiful. Driving along the lake is absolutely beautiful. Getting rid of that well, I guess the highway would still stay there. You can take the scenic route or take the highway, right? So when we're driving our personal vehicle, we could still take the scenic route and go along the lake. see the lake out there. Right beside us, you can see it, so you guys will see it soon. I don't think it's on video yet, but Okanagan Lake, home sweet home. Rattlesnake Island down there, home of the Ogopogo. I promise I'm looking for the Ogopogo every time we drive by. One of these days I'll see it. Have a camera ready. I'll be famous. Careful here not to gain too much speed down the next hill, because we got to come right down in speed, take a slow, sharper corner.
In 2 kilometers, keep right to Highway 97 South and keep right.
Okay, we're going to slow down right up here already. Scrubbing speed. Got to get well below the speed limit before we get to that corner.
Keep right to Highway 97 South, then keep right.
I'll rotate you guys back.
Keep right to Highway 97 South.
I can go through that tunnel. Big rigs can go through that. Doesn't feel like it from here, but it's 4.7, so. And we're allowed to go to 4.15 without a permit. Oh, my turn to be in the sun. I'll just turn the AC on, freeze you out.
Continue on Highway 97.
Make sure you don't get too aggressive speeding up over here, because we're still going down. Yep, Sutco. Yeah, Malarkey load from the US. I believe he's Kelowna based, so he's probably going to West Kelowna, dropping his truck off in Kelowna or West Kelowna yard. Calling it a week as well. Well, he might deliver that today if it's delivering in Kelowna. Who knows? I forget there's still lots of day left. We're just going to be home early today. Kind of nice. I don't mind. I'm not in this job for the money. I need the money. I like the money, but that's not why I do this job. This job is for fun. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little less fun for the next couple of weeks. No passenger. I'll survive. There's other people that are much, much, much worse. There's people out there that never have their spouse with them. Most people never have their spouse with them. I'm just lucky that she enjoys coming with. Also lucky that we are so similar that we don't kill each other being together this much, because I know a lot of couples could not work together without killing each other. So it's nice to have that. All right, let's get right down to the beach. Although there's not much beach here, there's no sand here. No sand. The beach that is out there is very pebbly, little rocks. Is that a marmot? I think it's a marmot roadkill. Truckers always stop down here. I wonder if the A&W is still open to truckers. Come in, pick up your food. Can't dine in anymore, but I wonder if they still allow truckers to stop and walk in and get food. Truckers stop there, but there's a grocery store there as well. It's a good spot to get your groceries if you're not from this area. Drive-through open in big letters. Hey, what truck number was that? I swear that was T100. Fairly confident we know the driver of that truck. Let's go back. Why don't you text him and ask him if he's hungry? Parked at A&W. I could be wrong, but I thought I couldn't quite read the number, so. Yes, so called it. Just by seeing what trailer he was hauling. He was hauling that same trailer 2 days ago, so I'm like, And I thought I saw T100 on the hood. It's like, pretty sure it's our buddy. I guess A&W allowed him to go in and pick up food.
Yeah, you can go in.
Good to know. So I've stopped there before I go. I know home's less than an hour away, but I am hungry now. We've made it right down to the water. There's some construction up here. Oh, there's some more homes going to go up there. They've got a beautiful viewpoint of the lake. It's got to be multi-million-dollar homes. start signaling early here so people know that I'm going to be turning, and sometimes impatient people try cutting you beside you there. Because technically we're not allowed to go over till after that intersection. What a beautiful day down here. So beautiful. +8 over here. It'll get a little warmer by the time the sun starts going down. Might even hit +20 at the rate it's going right now. Truck was a greenhouse truck. I guess they're starting to deliver plants to storage. Get all your spring planting in. I wonder if that's going to sell out too. Are people going to buy all the seeds? Are people going to do panic buying for gardens and say there might not be any food in grocery stores, we're going to plant our own?
I don't know anything that will lose out on anything. I don't think of any company or business that will lose out. Everything's going to sell for out.
Yeah, it seems like
There's no loss here.
every company out there has sold all their inventory with the coronavirus. Weird stuff like toilet paper that doesn't make any sense makes no sense at all. People are just panic buying anything and everything. I was saying computers and laptops. People are going to be panic buying those things. Why? Because your kids are going to be schooling from home. A lot of schools will be setting up computer learning. You're going to be on video conference calls with your teachers, stuff like that, to finish school off. But the parents are going to be at home, working from home from their own computer. So now, homes that only have 1 or 2 computers, now you need mom and dad and all the kids to be on the computer at the same time. Laptops and computers are going to sell out in all stores. If you can afford a laptop or computer, they will be purchased. The big loss will be tourism. Any town that relies on tourism is going to really hurt this year. I think I would call it a day here, but it's such a beautiful trip over here. My memory card, I switched it. Remember how I always say the memory card runs out? I look this time and go, hey, the memory card's going to run out as we come down over here. It would have run out by now. I'm like, today, new memory card in here for Friday. So I can record a little longer, so I'll just take you along the lake, maybe towards Summerland. A little longer anyway. See this part of the road. So I was talking earlier about the highway would meet up with the connector over there. It would start over here somewhere in this area. So we would bypass everything between that intersection till here would be bypassed with the new highway. guess I think it's kite flying type of weather. I need to dig out my kites. Remember them building this section of the highway. It was kind of fun watching them build it, so I always look forward to new highways being built. Why is there a dip over here on the other side? Because of unstable roads, rock slides, and stuff like that. Or half the construction project, I think, slid down the mountain over there. They had to redesign the road. Every time they build new roads in this area, they find hidden fault lines that they hadn't caught when they started the project. Which made it interesting for that house on top of the hill. They put in seismic detectors on all four corners of the building, I think. Something like that. I can't remember exactly all the details, but they had to pay special attention to that house when they blasted away this mountain on the bottom. It's a lot of blasting. Alright, why are we on our brakes, guys? Slow car, will you be slow enough for me to pass it? If going uphill here. Yeah, looks like uphill. I'm just gonna have to follow for now. I'm gonna lose too much momentum. Mountain coming up over here has mountain goats on it all the time. We've been seeing them a lot on the other side of the mountain, so probably won't see it going southbound, but northbound we've been seeing them on the mountain on a regular basis. Summerland. Just such a beautiful day. There's another corner big rigs like rolling over for some silly reason. I guess guys just don't slow down for the corner, and the load shifts and over you go. See them up there? No. Yeah, we're too close to the mountain over here. When you're coming northbound, you can often see them. I'm looking in my mirror, but I don't see any white. Nope, I don't see them right now. Anyway, we're going to pull into Summerland here and continue home. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend. Guys, stay safe out there. I'll see you guys on Monday. Leaving Spokane somewhere. I'm going to guess another load of concrete blocks. Keep those comments coming. Thanks for the thumbs ups. And for all the subscriptions. I'm over 700 subscriptions, so I'll do a huge giveaway when I hit 1,000. There'll definitely be some Steam gift cards. You guys have asked for cold hard cash, so I might send out some cold hard cash if you're Canadian. I only have Canadian cash. Unless you want some cold, hard Canadian cash in a different country. And of course, I'll give out at least one Sutco hat. I've got one saved up that I'm not going to be using. Like I'm not a big hat person. I don't wear a lot of hats. They make some nice hats, Sutco hats. I like them, but I'm gonna give at least one of those away. It says Sutco 25 years on it. It's a pretty cool hat. So it's a special hat. I like it. It's black on black. So we got a way to go before we get to 1,000 subscribers, but we'll give out some prizes as a thank you to you guys. So thanks. Come and join our Q&As on the weekends. Sometimes I don't have them on weekends. Weekends get busy. I know the last 2 weekends I haven't been able to do one. This weekend I should be able to get one in on probably Sunday, maybe even on Saturday. So, well, see, when I say this weekend, I mean 2 weeks ago for you guys watching this video. So, if you want to ask me a live question online, I play some farming sim or some other video game, mostly farming sim, and you guys can get on YouTube and ask me live questions if you're into that. Usually around 9 a.m. Saturday or Sunday, PST. Pacific time, whatever it is right now. British Columbia time, 9 a.m., give or take. So feel free to join those as well. Adios. Let's go past this guy. Specialized towing. That's cool. The towing company actually owns a flatbed to just haul other stuff around. Oh yeah, right. I was going. Okay. Bye. See you on Monday. Yeah.